Have you ever looked into an animal's eyes and wondered what it thinks you are? Not what it feels, not whether it likes you, but what you actually are inside its head. Because you know what you are. You are a person with a name, a job, a phone, a password, and maybe a slightly embarrassing search history. But an animal does not see all of that. To another creature, you might not be a human at all. You might be a smell that opens doors, a tall shape that fills a room, a voice that appears before food, a pair of hands that can scratch the exact impossible spot behind the ear, or a giant, strangely emotional animal that keeps moving furniture for no clear reason. The weird thing is, animals have been studying us for thousands of years. Dogs learned our gestures, our routines, our faces, our moods, and the tiny sounds we make right before something interesting happens. To a dog, you may not be one single thing. You may be a walking weather system of smells. Your shoes tell a story. Your hands tell a story. Your pockets might be the most important part of your body. When you point at something, many dogs understand that your finger is not the interesting thing. The thing beyond the finger is. That sounds simple to us, but it is actually strange. Imagine if a tree could lift one branch, and you immediately understood that the tree wanted you to look behind a rock. That is partly what living with humans has done to dogs. They learned that our weird little movements can mean food, danger, play, permission, or disappointment. A dog may not think, "This is my owner, a member of Homo sapiens." It may think something closer to, "This is the tall smell being who controls doors, produces dinner, disappears for many hours, and returns with stories on its shoes." Cats probably have a different file on us. A cat may recognize your voice and still act like you are an optional feature of the house. To a cat, you might be less like a master and more like a large, noisy roommate with useful hands. You open containers. You provide warm surfaces. You make dramatic sounds when the cat knocks one small object off a table. And from the cat's point of view, this may be a reasonable arrangement. You are not the ruler of the home. You are part of the home's furniture, except you move around, talk too much, and sometimes bring food. This is why cats can feel so mysterious to us. They do not always perform recognition in the way humans expect. A dog may greet you like you have returned from war. A cat may glance at you like it has noticed a weather change. Both may recognize you. They are just answering the question of "what are you?" in very different languages. For some animals, the answer may be even more specific. To a crow, you may be a face, not a soul, not a life story, a face. If that face once did something dangerous, the crow may remember it. And even stranger, other crows may learn about it too. So in the mind of a crow, a human might become a warning symbol with legs. Not a person, not a stranger. A particular face that means, avoid this one. This is where the question starts to feel less cute, because animals are not just reacting to the category human. They are often reacting to the individual version of you. The way you walk, the sound of your steps, the smell of your clothes, the shape of your face, the history you have created around yourself. A horse might read you as tension before it reads you as a person. Your stiff body, your sharp movements, your angry face, your nervous hands. To a horse, your mood is not hidden inside you. It is leaking out of your posture. Humans like to imagine emotions as private things, locked somewhere deep in the mind. But many animals live in worlds where emotion is movement, smell, sound, muscle, distance, and timing. You may think you are calmly walking into a stable. The horse may see a storm trying very hard to look normal. Wild animals may simplify us even more. To a deer, a human might be a tall animal that sometimes means danger and sometimes means nothing. To a raccoon, we may be strange giants who build excellent trash containers. To a pigeon, we may be moving food weather. To a fish, we may be a shadow above the water. To a mosquito, unfortunately, we may be dinner. Every animal cuts the human into the pieces that matter to its own life. Smell matters here. Movement matters there. Sound matters somewhere else. A dog lives in a world of sense stories. A bird may live in a world of distance, motion, and sharp visual details. A horse may live in a world of body signals. A cat may live in a world of territory, routine, sound, and suspicious closed doors. So when we ask what animals think we are, there may not be one answer. There may be thousands of answers, each built by a different body. This is the part humans often forget. We do not appear to the world as the full biography we carry in our heads. Your pet does not know your childhood. A crow does not know your dreams. A horse does not know your email inbox. They know the version of you that enters their senses. And sometimes, that version may be more honest than the one you tell yourself. Maybe you are predictable. Maybe you are gentle. Maybe you are loud. Maybe you are safe only because you have been safe many times before. Maybe you are not a human so much as a pattern of footsteps, a pattern of food, a pattern of danger, a pattern of care. And this is why animals can make humans feel strangely seen. Not understood in the human way, seen in an older way, seen as a body in space, seen as a mood, seen as a history of repeated actions, seen as something that does not need a name to be remembered. We spend so much time asking whether animals understand us. But maybe the stranger question is whether we understand how much they are already noticing. The world is not full of silent background creatures. It is full of eyes, ears, noses, memories, and nervous systems quietly building theories about us. Maybe animals do not see humans as the heroes of nature. Maybe they see us as smells, shapes, sounds, routines, risks, caretakers, and very confused apes with keys. And maybe that is the most humbling answer. We are not just watching animals. They have been watching us back.